Hello everyone. How are you doing today? Can you hear me? Loud and clear? Pictures okay? We all are feeling doomed? Okay. Nice. So, welcome to the Friday webinar. Today NFP. So, technically something we should avoid. Let's see what we get. We're gonna do the usual exercise and going through DLNs, marking our chart, and we will see what price will give us. So maybe we will touch also on the ADR and the ODR session because both of them had quite nice setups. ADR with a beautiful setup and ODR with a beautiful setup. And also the NFP peak was kind of calculated. So let's do our markup first. Anyone traded today? Anyone traded the retirement setup in ODR? Wow, that's amazing, a lot. 1% down, okay. Caught the NFP bottom, nice. Taking out BE, okay. BE is always good Vera. 3.5 today, 3R today, 3R today, up 6% this morning. You're killing it, guys. Jeremy, minus 2R, what happened? 2.3 from Mark, 2R from Doctor, no trades until today for Stingray, Ismindrov, also 2R, 2.5R plus, 2.5R plus, 4.5 pre, no trades, okay, nice. Like the guys who made minus, I would be very interested if you can give me a chart. So please in the chat, post me a chart with your executions. So once we've finished with the marking, I want to see 16R Candy Crush. 16. Are you sure? 1.6 or 16? 6.3. Wow. Okay. Whoever made minus, please just send the screenshots into the chat with execution if possible, and we will touch on that later. Let's see what could be the problem or what was the problem. Thank you, Ismi. Okay, mistakes are okay, it's no problem. That's why we are here. We are here to learn, right? So mistakes are good. Mistakes are there to make decisions and to learn out of them. That's not a bad thing. Okay, Jeremy, okay. Stopped out there. Okay. Okay. So let's switch to DLNs. Let's start with the RDR session with the live action we have right now. We are selecting confirmation of the day 10:30, 11 o'clock. We have a long day. We go for true. And let's see what the data will give us. We are starting with unfiltered as usual. So let's see what we get. We get 1.2 median SD extension, minus 0.3. And remember and reminder, This is the new DR lens. So minus means back into. So this is minus going back into the IDR, and plus is now above. Just a quick reminder. So median minus 0.3. Candy, thank you, but like I need the one who made minus, but like it's amazing with 16R. So median retracement is minus 0.1. Median retracement after 0.5 reached is 0.2. We have a time of the median time of maximum extension, and now the new field what we have is median time of max retracement, which is 1150. So let's start. So 1150 and 1435. 1150. Zack, and 1435. Let me move this a little bit down that you guys can see it. Let's put it up here. So this is our retracement time. We make this red. And this is our median extension time. So let's check the other values. So median extension around 1.2, so we can use Drive to make that. So 1.2. So we have our 1.2 retracement over here for the median extension. Let's check the distributions. So 0.6 is the mode, so that's the highest point. And then we have 1.2, 1.3. So literally everything between 0.5 up to 1.2. So let's mark this. I already done it for you. So that's our max extension level where we look for. And now we are looking for the median retracements. So 0 to 0.1 where we already are, and minus 0.3. Yeah, let's mark the area here. 0 to 1. So around here, up to minus 0.3, 0.4. Don't forget that's the unfiltered data for now, so don't jump on a trade right now. There is no rejection as you can see in the candle, because I saw anyone asking who is long already. So first of all, it's NFP. Second of all, there is no rejection, so no need to go long right now. Let's wait how this candle will form. Don't get over eager. So let's go back to lens. So 0.1, 0.3, 0.4. There could be a potential, I could see something around 0.5, so let's go and extend our levels a little bit. Okay. So back to lens. Let's check the median retracement after 0.5. So as we can see, once 0.5 is reached, we literally don't expect a retracement back into the IDR. So as you can see here, so once we reach 0.5, we can take literally from the data point of view, so once price goes up here, and then we go into a retracement, we look to retrace into this area, which is white right now on my chart. So just keep this in mind, I'm not marking it. Back to DR lens. That's good. Okay, so now we're gonna look quick at false data. 0.6 is the median extension. We didn't reach that yet. -2 would be the retracement. So let's mark this. That would be a big, big, big dump. So here, let's make this red. We don't need that, we don't need that. And it would be 11 o'clock where we see the max extension. So let's mark this. Just to show you, I'm looking at this medium max time extension. So let's have a look at the chart, 11 o'clock. And let's mark this also for us. So as we can see, like, it should be happening now, and as we go down, so that's already a good sign for the false day data. Let's check the distribution times a little bit. Now that we have it in Lens, we go on CMAX extension distributions, and we see like 10:30, 10:45, 11 till 11:15. So everything in between 10:30 and 11:15. That gives us a better view, and we mark this too. So 10:30 till 11:15. Good. So that's it for now for the data for the unfiltered, and now we go by day, and we go Friday, and we go back to true. Let's see if we have any discrepancy in the data. So we have 1.3 max extension. Let's check the distributions. There is a peak, the mode is at 0.8. 0.9 to 1, and then we have the other distribution. Now, Dylan, I was looking at false day data. That was false day, what I marked on the chart so far. You're welcome. So CSD extension distribution, so like we have 0.7, we have this cluster here around 1 to 1.5, and then technically it could go up to 2 is the maximum. So let's go back to our chart. So we have 0.7 is already in here, and we just extend this to 0.1.3, and we check this one, and we change that to 1.3. Unmute, there's no sound. Yeah, you have to unmute on Vimeo. Okay. So, like I said, we are extending this a little bit for the 1.3 median extension. And we go back to Lens. Let's see if the retracement is changing on Friday. So 0.1, the cluster is over here, and another cluster around 0.5, 0.6. And we have 0.9, 0.8. So let's put another cluster in here. So if we go below 0.5, I would expect price to reach into this area. Okay, back to business. So as we see, we are going now to the max retracement, imagine. So we have stopped at marking this area where I said, okay, if we go below 0.5, we're gonna expect price to come back down here. So let's see. I'm still not interested to take it long right now. Let's see. Let's go back to the data. Anything else I want to add? So we have 0.3. Let's check the retracement distribution. And now we can check the retracement time. It's 11:45. 10, 11, 15. Yeah, so that's good. Let's check the false data. Median extension 0.7 for the false data, 2.1 the max retracement, and 11 o'clock. So that's aligned with the data we have from the unfiltered data, so we don't have to add anything. So far we have everything for the data. Let's see. Any questions so far? What I have done, what I have marked out? Yeah. All good. Why, Swagger, you are thinking so much about the high of the session or low of the session? This is something we can take care of when, like, for example, the medium time of maximum extension is 11 o'clock. Because right now, till we see median extension, it's here. So why should I check? I have to come to the point where I say, it makes sense to expect the high or the low. Like right now, we are just far away from high of the session or low of the session. We will not know this. We would need time for the maximum extension be more close to the price action what we see. Get ready. Read distribution bars, how we pack. Clarify, we are using distribution because, like, if we go back to our data, the median is the median. It's just a middle point. So if you go into the distribution, you see that the median or the time distribution, for example, it's, I'm on false data. So if you go here, you see that we can't say like one point is the right point. So you see we have peaks here, which is around 0.7 to 0.9. Then we have another area here. So technically, everything from here to there can happen statistically. So we are looking at price and looking in which area over the 20 years most likely price is turning around. Why we are not longing. Okay, let's go back to the chart. Model, I have the feeling whenever you say something, it's about why are we not trading. Do you have any like anxiety to miss something? Do you have a hot finger? Do you want to trade badly? Calm down. It's NFP, so technically you should not even think about a trade. So nothing for me yet, which is interesting. So now we can enter into drip. We can turn on drip for now. And now we're coming closer. So for me, like I did on Wednesday, most likely the first point I would like to look for a trade is here. I'm not interested in whatever is happening up there. If price goes without me, it's going without me, I don't mind. And most likely I want to see if, let me change the values to the left. So most likely I want to see if, yeah. The next area which I'm interested is down here at the 0.5 level because it's matching with the Gibbs over here. Here is a nice cluster of whip Gibbs and the bigger Gibbs in the background. The first point because of the Gib and the whip, yes, exactly. So normally what I would like to see for a strong bullish day, and we have Friday. So Friday is generally a trendy day, so we could expect price to go up more. So here price should not go through the double Gib here. I mean, we are working inside the Gib over here, but I would like price to go here, show me a reaction, and that would be my long entry. If it doesn't show me a reaction here, like this area and this area are the other one. But like then I would wait for 0.5 because also the areas over there are quite strong. So let's see. So right now I'm not interested in any long. So we have time to check the SPX and see what this is showing us. So we had a gap over here, the opening gap. It got filled, not completely, so we need another high technically to fill this gap. Let's check over here what we have here. So grid looks okay. Let's check drip. So nothing important for me here right now. Nothing I would consider very important for price today. Technically, there's a risk that we will go and revisit this gap. But that would mean we would have a false day, which would be not a surprise on NFP. But for now, I stick with the 80% of a long day. So nothing here to see. So yeah, now it's waiting time. Now it's time to, yeah, I always check whip and Gib clusters for point of entry. My connection is killing me. If price traded past, Wilson is asking, if price traded past the median time of max extension timing, but the price haven't reached the SD level accordion, do you collapse the trade or you keep holding? That depends on the situation, to be honest. I mean, I definitely will be more careful with my stop levels, but at the end of the day, collapsing, no, not really. Depends on what is happening. That's like very hard to say based on without an example of price action. Because most of the times, like we have a good chance to reach max extension levels. But like if I would go long now, right here, my target will be anyway 0.5. Yeah, maybe 1. I would not go for the maximum extension which we could see. I would take the low-hanging fruit. So if I would have taken a long over here, my target would be somewhere around here and here. I would not play for the max extension number. At Wang, I would not trade on NFP. That's my advice at any student. I would not trade on NFP. I mean, like that's since I started with DR. Everybody knows like DR on NFP, FOMC, CPI, etc. is just a non-trading day. So at least you stay away before the news starts, half an hour, and normally I would say just leave the session afterwards out. That's 4 times in a month where you can't trade, but that's my advice. Depends on, I not always wait for a full 5-minute close. I'll watch price. I mean, that's the difference when we are looking at price action like right now. We see how the candles are developing. So sometimes it's not necessary, yeah, PPI the same. Sometimes it's not necessary to wait for the close of the candle. So that's a good observation, like, who was writing it? Yeah, Blapsky, that's correct. So this is yesterday's IDR. So we rejected from these levels, that's correct. If we have a confirmation long and wanting to know how much the price will go, do we need no? Yeah, that's correct. So if we have confirmed long and wanting to know how much go down, we look at the false days and then we go for the max retracement. That's correct, Dylan. Edo, the vertical lines on my chart are just like the time stamps. So if we go to lens, you see 247, medium max extension, and that's the vertical lines. So we have this one over here, and I marked it out here a little bit more. So this is max extension, and that's the time zones for fall days and for max retracement time. So normally we will see, if we go back to lens, so that's 11:45, medium time max retracement is between 10:45 to 11:45. And that's the second line, this one here, 11:50. And this is the line where normally the max extension is happening when it's a false day. So we can turn off drip here a little bit. The blue line is just from here. So that's the triggers when you want to calculate setups you want to take. So when you don't have this number here, it's not going to be here. So I can set this to 0 and will not have the line anymore here. Yes, correct side. Now, in general, don't think too much about false days. I just I'm going with you by the book. So you should look at false days because you don't want to, if in case there is a false day, that you have to go over the data and do everything again. So just follow my example, just look at them when the session starts, mark it out, and that's it. But in general, it's just simply, like somebody said it in the chat already, 80% probability that it's a true day. So we should not clutter our mind too much with false days, but like just mark it out, just that you have it in the chart. So in case it should be a false day, I have my level where I know, like maybe it's going quickly here, retracing quickly over here, so I know where I have my target for the trade if I take a trade there. But it's just preparation. So don't think too much about it. Honestly, Wang, I'm just using this one here. I'm just using the inbuilt TradingView calendar. I don't use any website or something because anyway, I don't really care about news except the 4 which I'm mentioning everywhere when it comes to DR. But everything else, I really don't care. I mean, it's good to know. For me, I only need to know, okay, we have news today, so I'm a little bit looking what the price is doing. You use true, false DR because we don't know what day is. No, Sam, I just want to know, just in case, like in an example like today, yeah? So let's see we have quick price action and we go and we close below, right? So just in case that this is happening, I want to be prepared for, let's say, really we get fast price action, price goes down, confirms here, we know it's a false day, we retrace quickly, we get a rejection here, I want to enter my trade, I want to know where is my target. That's the only reason why I mark it out, right? So there's nothing more than like just be prepared. I mean, like when you go somewhere and you are risking money, just be prepared for every scenario which is happening. It costs you 1 minute. It gives you an insight. You know the timings. You know the areas. So what I marked here, it's the area where the max extension is normally happening. So if we go higher now, it's more likely that a false day is getting more unlikely. But like I said, it's only preparation for me. I just want to know what I'm doing and what is happening in case we have a false day, and that's all. But don't clutter your head with it. When are we going to start Academy lessons? So what do you think what this is? Jingles. So like the last 3 live streams have been lessons, right? I don't know what you mean. Do you mean DR Mind? Do you mean DR Frame? What do you mean with lessons? The point is, you know, I'm very patient and I'm really helping to answer as much question as I can do. But like I know that I answered this on Wednesday and after Wednesday I answered it too. So I said the lessons for DR Mind and DR Frame, we gonna like they are ready, but like right now we are testing, we are still working on the website. It doesn't make sense that I open the courses and everyone would go on the course and then the website is getting slow and nobody can finish the course, nobody can watch the video for the course and all of this stuff. So hello? Everybody hears me good? Okay. So yeah, like the courses are ready. Like just to finish this topic, the courses are ready. So the courses are ready. I'm just waiting that we are sure that the site is handling it when everybody wants to access the courses. And I said this already on Wednesday that I'm sorry, but at the end of the day, it's better that we will wait some days instead of people having problem with the website and problem with the connection, which really not gives you a good environment to learn on this. Yeah, CR, that's not like what do you mean? Like a basic DR, IDR course? That's not gonna be here. So like the packages are like everything which is like basic DR, IDR is already free on YouTube. So I mean, we are doing 3 times live stream for you guys. Like I'm going you about everything. You can see me live trading. You can see me watching live price action, but I can't hold your hand and walk you through the basic DR stuff. How to know when to trade from a level? You never know. At the end of the day, like, I mean, you have a good framework. So for me, I'm just waiting now. Will price come down here and will come down? I'm still, when price is coming down here, I will not know for 100% if it's going to be a winning trade or a losing trade, but I don't really care because I know the probability is on my side. So I'm going to take a trade here or here. And then it's a little bit, that's where you have to wait. You either get stopped out or you're going to have a winner trade. Yeah, it's CR7. Like CR, I understand that, but like for now we are really focused to provide the content, and I'm pretty sure over the long term there will be one basic IDR DR course. I might even bring somebody in who's teaching you the ICT basics if you want to, but like you have to give me some time because those courses, at least in the quality I want them to be, they are not created in 5 minutes. But like when it comes to DR basics, it's just very, very simple because like everything is literally on my YouTube channel. Reggie, where would I put my stop? I want to see how price action is, but like if you want to take a long trade over here, like I would place my stop below the 0.5 level. So if I want to take a long over here, my stop would be 2 ticks below 0.5, like this. Something like that. No, PU, I can't talk about frame and challenge because they will come anyway online. And this session is actually to talk about live price action, where you will learn the most. Because that's when we're doing these sessions, what we are having here, it's really the most important learning phase for you, because like nothing will replace live price action. I can record you 100,000 videos, how great I am and how great trades I'm taking, but you will learn nothing. You will only learn when you're watching me and you're watching yourself and you're watching price action. I mean, I know, like if you want that, I can make you 1,000 trades videos where I make 20 hour or whatever, but trust me, it's not gonna help you. Yeah, I'm super focused on current price action. I mean, I'm just waiting. So let's check anything interesting on SPX. So like I said, I literally think that we have to, at least before we do anything to the downside, we're most likely gonna go to this level where the gap is closed. Maybe even overshooting it. There is a small whip over here. There's a cluster of whips over here. So let's keep on waiting. Stingray, teach patient. Tell me how and I'm gonna start tomorrow. No, I already started yesterday. If you tell me how. Michelle, I like actually the cash index, but at the end of the day, you also have to look at the future. Will be drip added to Euro USD. You can do it right now. So drip is there, but like the Forex market don't have those whip and gips so much like we have in the cash market. So as you can see, it's already working. There's nothing to be added our week. Nothing happens, Tony. So now we see what I said on the SPX. We are reaching this level. So now the gap can be considered to be closed. Could be that price is running to 0.5 without me. What should we do? Like, guys, like I'm really coming to a point where I'm like thinking, does it make sense to have a chat for live trading sessions? I mean, if I want to do a frequently asked question session, I would do that. I mean, questions like what should we do while we are waiting for price? I mean, is this a serious question? So I'm gonna focus. I'm gonna ignore the chat a little bit. So I'm gonna focus on the price action and gonna make maybe a little questions and answers at the end of the stream. But for now, I'm gonna focus on what is happening in the market, which every one of you should do. Watch my stream, watch what I'm doing, what I'm saying, and the rest is focus on price action. So who can tell me what we have seen today in the ADR and ODR from the model? What kind of model is that? Contraction, correct. Contraction, correct. Yeah, so we have seen a contraction model. A contraction model literally is when the ADR is inside the previous RDR, and in this case, even the ODR was inside the previous RDR. So what we are expecting is a squeeze. So today we have seen two squeezes after ADR and ODR, one to the downside, one to the upside. So If you don't know what we are talking about, this is part 3 video of the DR IDR video series. So price goes up and I'm gonna get myself a coffee. So really nothing interesting is happening. Really the best so far was the RDR levels from over here, which someone in the chat noticed. It's inside the retracement area. But still, nothing for me. Now ticks are coming down. So for those who have not worked with ticks, it literally means like what we are looking for are the spikes up here in the green marked area and the spikes which are going into the red area. So now we have a push as I was expecting. The algo doesn't want to go up right now because it doesn't make sense. So let's see if we come down here. I really want price to come down here, touching this whip, rejecting from here. That would be a sign for me to look for a trade. For those like me personally, I turn on drip and turn it off because at the end of the day, I like to watch the chart like that. So I turn on drip and I'm seeing where the levels are, and that's enough for me because I like it more uncluttered. Normally I would not have these marks over here, that's just for you. I would also not have the vertical lines and these areas because it would just distract me a little bit. Let's check SPX. So we are now at the DR levels, IDR levels. That was a nice rejection from over here now. We went down to the lower levels of the DR, IDR, and at the same time the tick came down here. So let's watch this a little bit closer now. Most of the times the SPX price action is more clear. So the behavior around the DR, IDR levels, it's better than it is in the future. And that's coming from the fact that in the SPX, the price is calculated on what really the shares are doing inside the stocks. So while we can have some manipulation in the future, it's almost impossible to manipulate the SPX because the calculation is based on what the shares are doing inside. So smaller differences are always there. Like as we see here, it dripped down, while in SPX it was not going below the IDR levels. So that's why I'm watching it a little bit closer now. So it would be nice to see a rejection from here now, and then we would go down. If we go above this, I consider this bullish when we close above this. So now we see, like, this is a sign for you that the algo is playing right now. So we are going from 800 or almost 750 shares sold. We are going up within 5 minutes from 800 sold back to 800 bought. And we came from 800 bought. That is like normally a very good sign. If tick is behaving like that, you should pay attention to this. So that's normally a sign for manipulation in terms of like the algo is moving price, not really anybody else is jumping on the price. It's just the algo trying to find liquidity in this area. It's pushed down, pushed up, nothing is happening, price is not following. So you always, like, the logic behind that is like if 800 shares are sold and 800 shares are bought, at least it should be coming back to the same level like price was before. Else something is wrong. Somebody is selling into this, as you can see. I hope that makes sense. Because Eve Louise, you can't trade the SPX. It's not a tradable instrument. It's an index. You need to trade something. The ES is the tradable instrument. So as you can see, like, we are coming to the last minute. Like I told already in the last live stream, always watch the last minute of the 5-minute candle. Normally the last 30 seconds are showing you the way. As we see, we pushed here, now we're getting pushed back, ticks are coming back. So it's a little bit play around right now. So yeah, of course you can trade options, but that's all derivatives. Like SPX is not a tradable instrument. It's just the index. So that's typical behavior. We go up here, we close above here, we are bringing people into long trades who are buying a breakout, and now price most likely wants to get their stops. Let's see. I could be wrong, but we will see it. You can trade option, it's not a problem, but like it's not perfect. I wouldn't consider it perfect. Because like whenever you trade options, you're gonna have the problem that you can't really work with tight stops. So your risk management must be different than what I'm doing, for example. But it's technically, it's possible to trade options for sure. I don't care about lunch. For me, I don't care about 12 o'clock. That's an ICT concept. I don't mind. I don't align with 12 to 1 o'clock everybody is going to eat, because that's not really what's happening on neither on Wall Street, nor needs the algo any lunch. He's not going and having some RAM for the lunch break. I mean, just think about it. Like you have to ask yourself, if we are talking about algorithmic theory, how can there be a lunch break? So if algo is making the price, how can there be a lunch break? So they are turning off the computer for 1 hour to do whatever. So remember, like now we're coming into the time play. So this line, remember, was the time of, let's check to lens. So 11:45 was our median time of maximum retracement. Let's check the distributions again. So we have this one, and like we can see after 11:45 it's going down. There is another opportunity between 12:30 and 1:15, and then we are peaking at the end, which is normal. So this line and this time frame here, it's now going to be interesting. So in a perfect scenario, we would go down now and we will reach the max retracement, and after that we will go up. Yeah, I understand algo Satori, but like why should the algo do something different between 12 and 1? Where is the logic behind it? And why would you call it lunch break then? Yeah, okay, but like if he wants to retrace or consolidate between that time, then it's not a problem. But like technically, I mean, just you take your DR lens data and check. So that would mean that we should have most of the days and the times we should have retracement medians between 12 and 1 o'clock, but that's not the case. Ram curry, yeah. Some chicken ram. So let's see. Whoever is an engineer of something, it doesn't matter for us here because we want to make money, not getting fame with engineering something. Well, like you can trade everything like here we go, hello my beauty. You can trade literally every CFD or whatever you want. You just like you should analyze based on what is happening in ES and SPX, and then you can trade any instrument. So if you don't have access to ES, use a CFD with any CFD broker. So now we are reaching the DR levels, we are going through. So as you can see, last minute we are pushing through that. So now we are coming to this level, we are going down in tick levels, look at this. We are making a new low in the tick levels. So I hope everybody understands now why I didn't take this trade. Why I didn't want to go here. So let's look closer now. I removed this line because it's annoying me. We don't need it anymore. So I would like to have a push more. I really want to see some reaction over here now. Where are we here? 0.2, that's 0.3 level. Let's check the lens data again. And I'm gonna switch now to the SPX to get a better view of it. 1135, max retracements 0.3. I really want to see the 0.5. 1142. Okay. Let's go back to TradingView. So I really want to see it coming down here. Like, give me some push here. So even when price is going up now, I am not FOMOing. I'm not getting crazy because we saw this candle and like this is the area where I want to take a long trade. I'm not getting crazy about that because even if we would go up here and it will confirm what I thought and we are in this area, I can wait for retracement to enter. But for me, I still don't like the push. Like, as you can see, the ticks are playing ping pong. This is not like really constant price action. It's just pushing up and down. I mean, like, would you have an explanation for it that like at one point within 5 minutes we are selling 970 stocks on New York and then we push to buy another 700? So that's normally not happening in 5 minutes. That's normally really a good sign to understand you. Are you going to take a live trade? I'm not taking any live trades. I'm just talking about live price action. No, Sage, I'm not looking at that. We will come, there's something which is weekly, which is important, but it's not part of the first time. Like we have to go step by step because you will just, like a lot of people already are overcharged with the data and the information you're getting of DR Lens. And then we will add more data or more interesting stuff. So there is something in the weekly time frame for sure, but it's not part of, like right now we are making basics. I'm also focusing myself to only talk with you about trades which are basic, because else you would just be lost in translation. No, it's not normal. That's like if you have many whips, then it's normally not considered to be a very stable price action. But it's not a surprise because today we had NFP, so it's not surprising neither. As you can see, rejection from the IDR. And that's really what you have to get at the end of the day. Like we were pushing high and I'm pretty sure some of you thought, oh, we have to jump in long because price is pushing up. Anyone had this feeling when he saw this 5-minute candle pushing up from here? Who wanted to go long? That's okay. It's gonna go away. Don't worry. Wanted to go short. Okay, that I don't understand. You can see here in the 1 minute it's getting clearer even. And what we can see here in the 1 minute is you see this high. I need like a pointer tool or something. You see this high and look at the tick grid here. Yeah. And now we see price makes a new high, but grid is not doing it. So there is like a volume imbalance. There is an imbalance between price and the ticks. You see that? Yeah, you can call it divergent imbalance, however you want to call it. But like normally tick should follow what price is doing. And this is not happening. And like even here we are pushing higher and price is going to a new high and then we're going to another high, but tick is not doing it at all. And then we have this big push down. So we are pushing down now. So how do we think in that situation? In this situation, we don't think anything. We are just waiting. So now the next push is coming. See, now I like the ticks more because we are moving price and ticks are coming not slowly, but they are coming not so fast down like they have before. So now we are pushing in the area where I want to look at. Let's see if we get a nice reaction over here. So far, no reaction at all. 16 seconds left on the candle. So we are waiting. 10 seconds. No, we are not on a false day. Don't come to this conclusion. There's nothing for a false day right now. So we pushed under this one, but we closed above this. Now we are making another volume imbalance so far. So let's watch price closely here. And we are pushing more. You see now price and ticks are aligning. So price comes down, ticks are coming slowly down. It's not like before that we push in one candle down, it's going slowly. And now we're having even like first signs of imbalance to this side. If we would go back to SPX and we check the 1 minute chart. So as you can see, now it's the other way around. Here we have now this, while price is doing this. So now we can have a closer look at what it is. We are almost at 0.3. Let's go back over here. As you can see, I'm sorry I'm clicking a lot because I'm interested in what is happening right now. So don't worry, everything will be recorded so you can watch it again. Yeah, brush, I got it. Yeah. Three minutes to go on this candle. A little bit lower. Right now I'm waiting, yes. I want to see a reaction. Nothing is running away from me here. No, it's not enough for me right now. Still waiting. So it would be nice if price comes over this. 28 seconds left. Let's see what the algo wants to do. So even when price would come up now here, yeah, let's say price comes up here, we will get a retracement if we want to enter that, but I'm still not convinced. The red line is the RDR from yesterday. I really can do this. I can delete with the middle mouse button. Indeed. See, I learned something today. Amazing. So for those who don't know, you can delete things in TradingView with the middle mouse. I didn't know that. Thank you very much for the tip. So again, same picture. So we didn't make a new low in the ticks here. We didn't make a new high, and we are already reaching the high again. So I don't like it when it's bouncing like this. It's just like something which is showing me that the algo is doing a lot of lifting at the moment. And it's not really a price action which is like really pure price action. It's more manipulated right now. So 245, we're staying still below the IDR right now. What gave you the confidence? You have to watch the video again. Watch the recording again. I explained why I don't want to take this trade here. I mean, this is all, I'm just basing myself on where I see the highest probability. I could have been as good as I was right. I could have been wrong and price would have gone to 0.5. And but the difference is for me, it doesn't matter. If I don't take this trade and I don't make profit, it's, I don't mind. It's not bothering me at all. I rather see price moving without me instead of taking a trade where I don't feel comfortable with. So I'm just going with what is the highest probability for me. If ticks would be not like this, I would be entering already here, but like I don't like the ticks. So I think that's something a lot of people will learn over the time the more we are doing this together. It's just simply, you don't have to trade. Like even if there is a setup here and there's a setup maybe here, it's not necessarily means that you have to trade everything. The more you coming to conclusions and you have like a plan for the session, like I lined out today again, I said I want to take a trade if I see a nice reaction over this level or here this level. And if it's not happening, it's not happening, you know? I prefer days like when everything is lining up like we have seen on Wednesday. When everything is happening, I get my reaction, I get my trade, and then I trade it. So no need to make a trade where I'm not happy with how it's looking like. So like I said, I'm talking about this for 10 minutes. The tick is bouncing up and down between the high and the low. So normally sustained price action, the tick would increase like this. What we see right now is up, down, up, down. See, we're going from high level down to the low level, high level, down level, high level, down level. So technically now we are in the lunch area. So like what have we seen before? If like that's looking like already like lunch. So I mean, and you always have time. Like I said, like if price now goes up here, we will get another retracement. So if now the move to the median max extension is coming, and price goes, let's say we see this now, yeah? And this is the move where we will reach our max extension. There will be always a retracement, for example, like this, where we can still get into our trade if this is happening. So there's really no need to rush things if you don't like what you see. It's okay. Price will show you the way anyway. If this is sustainable now, the move which is coming now, it will show us. We already have the backup from our data, so we know we are at the median max retracement, just going back to DR Lens. So as you can see, true day 0.3, that's exactly what we reached. So we are exactly at the median right now. And like, should it be sustained to the upside, we will find an entry. We can find an entry even in the move up here. Because nothing is running away from you. Okay, there's another good collapse pain, maximum. Here's some TV tip. Click the gear bottom right. Where is it? Scale price chart only. Okay, so now, okay. That's another nice tip. So now I can switch 1 minute and I can go back to the 5-minute chart. And it's not gonna scale with my, Okay, that's a very nice tip. If you have seen, thank you very much, who was it? Felix? So if you go on the right corner on your chart down here and you put this in, so if you don't have it out and you do like this, it's scaling based on the SD levels. So you always end up the chart like that. So if you put scale price chart only, then you don't have this problem. Thank you very much. And what exactly do you find confusing, Arabata? What is confusing you about DR lens? So now we are fighting with the IDR line. No, sound is here, I'm just quiet. No, I'm just not talking a lot right now. So DR levels 15 seconds. Let's see what the algo is telling us. Will we go above or will we stay below? 5 seconds, 7 seconds, 5, 4, we are pushing up. 3, 2, 1. So we are back on the IDR levels now. That's positive for price. Yeah, when I'm not talking, the noise gate is working quite good from my mic, so you don't hear my helicopter under the desk making so much noise, my computer. You want some ASMR? I can do that with my mic. OnlyFans, yeah. I'm gonna get myself, like, I've seen that on Twitch, like there are these streamers who are having a microphone looking like an ear, and they are licking around it. I don't know why you would watch that, but that's really creepy. Like, if you really want to watch something like that, something is wrong. I'm very honest with you. Okay, so now we are pushing higher. So ticks are also like, you see the difference now what ticks are doing. Like compared to the candles we have seen before, so now we are pushing slowly up. And normally if you want to have a sustained price action, you want the ticks to go slowly up. Not like in one candle from 0, 800 up to plus 800. So that's actually what you want to see when you really look at tick. We go into SPX right now. You see, it's not pushing that up anymore. It's going up, retracing a little bit, coming up again, retracing a little bit, pushing up. Let's see, 1 minute 58. Last minute counts the most. only bodies. We are only looking at bodies. I like bodies. Grid is coming down a little bit slowly. It's not like that pushy as it was in this area. When price came to your first area of interest, would you describe what type of reaction would have been more interesting to you? So if we look at this area here, that was already okay. The only thing which like took me away from thinking about entering a trade was literally the ticks. That's all. So if the ticks would have been not so bouncy here, I would have considered this. I mean, there was a lot of confluence also, like if you look into the 1 minute chart, the one I showed you, that like here we have the low, we're making a new low, but the ticks are not making a new low. So that's definitely the area I marked out. It's definitely, it was definitely a varied area. I mean, that's why we marked it. I just didn't like the ticks over here. But that's like I'm very picky with my trades. Like when I take trades, they are like, everything has to be right. But I mean, there is a reason why I marked this area and the reason why this happened over here. I mean, the most important part for you to understand is why I didn't want to take any, or even not thinking about taking a long over here. And then when price came back here, over here. So, but like for me, it was just a tick which distracted me. But still, it's not decided yet. I wouldn't say that we will go now to a new high. I'm not convinced about that right now. I mean, technically the behavior around this volume imbalance was nice. We are taking out this very important volume imbalance. You see with this candle, it was taking away from the chart. So that's all positive. For me, it would have been nicer if we would have seen like really precision in this area. So what I mean, like if the candle would be like this. So if the candle would really have bounced off from the skip here, I would have been more confident. This ticking into it, together with the tick, I didn't like it so much. But that doesn't mean that the trade is not working out. I mean, this was the most important area to take a long if we consider it's a Friday. I just didn't like it so much. But there's nothing to explain. I'm not convinced because we are not closing properly about the DR right now. So it's not like my gut feeling. It's just like so far that was like just a small close above DR. So whenever we go below the DR lines, we have to retake them. And I like it more when it's going like properly over and closing above it, not just one tick above it. But I mean, this is like very detailed. Yeah, side. Like if we would have seen after this candle, if we would have seen a bounce from a green candle like this, then definitely then I would have seen it differently. But here it's going down and coming back, but just half of the other candle and just barely closing about the RDR from yesterday. See, we are reaching already, we are going again, we are already at the high levels of the tick. So, and we didn't reach the high yet. So the last high we had in the tick was these two candles, and we are up here. So let's see. Why ADR session very illiquid? Because nobody is trading it. The algo doesn't need any liquidity to move the price. Actually, it's the other way around. The less liquidity, the easier for the algo to move price around. Yeah, could be used, but it's not gonna be a nice trading. I mean, if you prefer it, yes. How often do you get sessions without trades? I don't know. I'm not tracking that. Like I know, like today I couldn't trade because I was doing something else, but like for sure I would have traded this one, the ODR session for sure. So depends on, like, I don't mind if I don't get a trade for 5 sessions. It doesn't break my life. It's literally depending on the setup. I'm not looking for a quantity or times, how many times I can trade per session. I want to trade good trades. And don't forget, I mean, like, this is a live trading. So what I would do maybe on my own account, if I would have traded this on my own account, you don't like there are 700 people watching me right now. So I can handle going out of a session with -2R. But like if I say I want to trade something in a live session, that's a different story. Because like maybe 40%, 50% of the people will take the same trade. I can handle losing 2R, but you know, like I'm very conscious and I really pick the trades I really find having a high probability because I know everyone is watching me. So keep that always in mind when we do the live sessions, that I'm not gonna take any risky trade here. I'm gonna wait for the trade which makes the most sense. I'm gonna give you levels, but I'm not gonna say taking a trade over here or there when I'm not 100% sure. So if you expect me in the live sessions to put in like 3 or 4 trades, forget about it. I'm gonna just pick the ones where I'm almost can bet my house that it's gonna be a winning trade. Like on Wednesday when I'm like 90% confident that the trade will play out, then I will tell you that. Else, I'm gonna just explain. Next week is Monday, Tuesday, and Friday, I think. I mean, I'm really trying my best because like my interest is 100% that you guys learn something when we do that. I mean, you know, it was 1 hour, we are already at 2 hours. I don't mind because I love watching price action. So, and I'm really super interested to give you like an insight about how I'm thinking. And I think for the beginning, it's very important to understand that like you can wait for high probability setups. You can reach your 7R with high probability setups easily, even if you take only 2 or 3 trades a week. You know, and that's the most important. Trust me, when we are 2 months, 3 months into it, we are having different things. We can take different trades and we can be a little bit more aggressive. But right now, it's absolutely unnecessary. Because just if you follow what I'm doing and you also blend this into your own trading, you're gonna end up with 7R and you don't have any headache during the week. And you literally come to a point where you take trades which are almost 90% probability that they will work out. Yeah, Zoe, I like you. Yeah, I know that. Don't worry, we will come to that. One day I will take you into a like really hardcore trading session with me. And let's see if you want to do this really. Like, I can go crazy, but we're gonna do that later on. For now, we keep it easy. Gonna take Nindo, you and me, and we're gonna have a really hardcore trading session. Uh, oops. You guys are nasty. Honestly, I'm talking about trading. That's all. And unluckily, Zoe is one of our female traders, and you just interpreted it in the wrong way. No, I didn't teach Nindo. Nindo taught me that on Monday and Friday we shouldn't trade. Right, Nindo? No, Nindo was already a very, very, very good trader when I met him. I just shared the knowledge I'm sharing with you, and the main work he did by himself. Nindo got more or less the same informations way before you guys, but he is a really hard worker, and he just took the knowledge I shared with him and became a crazy, crazy good trader with it. But he did the work by himself. Squeeze trader, there's not a lot to say about the 7R system. It's just simply if you take $10,000 or whatever amount you want to take, and every week you are having 7R plus in average, yeah. After 82 weeks, your 10,000 will be 1 million US dollars. So the idea behind the 7R system is just coming to a point where you consistently make 7R in average per week. And if you do this for 82 weeks, which is less than 2 years, it's gonna be 1 million on your account. So we are staying above the DR right now. So that's positive. We are fighting a little bit with the whips up there right now. Yeah, of course, Eve. Like if you can handle the pressure, seeing tens of thousand PL with every tick, you can go like it's literally the same. Like people overestimate just the fact that you always do the same in trading, no matter what is your account. So the process from 10,000 to 20,000 is the same process from 100 million to 200 million. The trading, your decision making, the trades you are taking always stays the same. It's no difference. Maybe you have to press 1 or 2 buttons more for the order routing, but that's it. There is nothing different from 10,000 to 20,000 than from 100 million to 200 million. Same precision, same thinking process, same trades. So literally, that's like what Jesse Livermore said, and it's so true. Once you understand and once you know how to trade, it's easier to make millions than it was before to make some $100. It's absolutely the truth. And you will see that the longer you are here, the more confident you're getting in your trading, you will come to a point where you understand it's true what I'm saying. Once you really come over this area where you're 100% confident and you trust in your systems, 1,000, 100,000, it's not, money is not the problem anymore. While right now maybe 1 or 2 or the others are saying, yeah, I'm happy to make $500. But it's really like that. Once you are a complete trader, you don't think about this anymore. You know just that it's the same. You're always doing the same every day, every week. And the money is coming. Dennis, poor Dennis. How much would you risk per trade on a 10? Yeah, 1%. Always 1%. So another try coming to the volume imbalance over here. Ticks stay in the upper area, which is not bad. What's the red line? That's like the RDR high from yesterday. Still fighting with this. You see, like, fight is going on. Trying to become coming over these volume imbalances, but right now price is not able to do it. 20 seconds left. Maybe we'll see a push, but I don't think so. Still closing below this one. You see, priced live action can be very boring. Like Paul, when you think about a simple high probability setup, I mean, like, ask yourself, simple and high probability. Are you really think it's existing? Yeah, I have seen alpha. We will have setups, but you know, nothing is gonna take away the learning process. Like, remember when you were first riding a bicycle? It was not easy. You have to learn things. There is no cheat code in terms of, like, you don't have to learn anything, you don't have to put in work, and you're gonna be successful. It's literally everything. I mean, like, even in this session, if you just look at this, I gave you live in this session a high probability setup. So it was all marked out in the chart, it was all there. More I can't do, you know, but you have to really put in the work. If you don't understand what we are doing here, and it's really not hard to understand, to be fair, then it's gonna be complicated. I mean, we have setups which have 80% probability, but you will not learn anything. I will give you this setup and you're gonna trade it and you're gonna be happy and you're gonna make money and that's it. But you're not gonna learn anything. That will come, but I want to do it step by step. I wanted to do that the people, I don't want to make, I'm not here to make you money. I'm here to make you understand DR, IDR. I'm here to make you learn it. I am here to make you a warrior. And once you're a warrior, yeah, I can give you some goodies. But till we are there, it's just gonna be waste of time. Yeah, true. How we can, yeah, there are probability setups with 80%, but I'm not gonna give them to you. I'm gonna give them to you when you already know and you already have your win rate and you're profitable. Then I will give them. That's just gonna be the cherry on top. We are still fighting with the whips over here. Right now I'm just watching price. I mean, Shimmer already, I mean, look at Shimmer's chart. Look at this chart. I'm very happy because he did exactly note down what I told you 2 hours ago. No stream again? No good connection, it's saying. Yes, Stingray, very nice. I mean, today it's another example. Nice algo, nice. Um, it's another example. Like I walked you again through everything. I gave you areas to look for. Yeah. If if you want me to take you by the hand and tell you take a trade now or don't take a trade now, that's a different story, right? So I didn't take this trade. I didn't want to take this trade, but I gave you the levels. I mean, I can't take decisions for you, right? But in my opinion, 2 hours where, again, I showed you why these levels are interesting to me. I explained it. We marked it out in the charts. So that's so much. I mean, show me anybody else who does this before price is happening. I don't know anyone, right? So we see another try. Let's see if we make it now. You see like 1, 2, 3, 4 candles all getting pushed away from this whip. So now it should be time that we take it. No, Sage, don't short it. Why would you short it? Like, I mean, you can short, but like, it doesn't make sense to me. You don't want to short in this small range. It doesn't make any sense to me. So this candle looks better. I mean, we have still 250 to go. And the last minute again, algo doesn't want to go above there. I mean, everybody who's watching together with me should understand what I mean now with the last minute is the most important, the last 30 seconds. We always stay above this line, getting pushed down there. So it's very obvious, isn't it? So, and you can even see, like, that's what I'm talking about when I'm looking at price action and what I mean with price action. This tells you a story. So now, after 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 candles, we know this is an area where we really have to go above. Because if we don't go and we are not able to take this, the algo will turn around and tries it to the other side. Yeah, I mean, I can't talk for 2 hours when nothing is happening. I mean, look at the candles. Don't expect me. I'm not an entertainer. Like when we do this live session, it's about what I want to talk about in the price action. But like if nothing is happening here, then sometimes I will just mute myself for a second. Master roasting. Still fighting with it. Play music, yeah. Like I'm gonna get myself a mix table, and I'm gonna do some EDM in between, okay? And maybe some ASMR. Okay, guys, we are almost 2 hours 15 minutes in the live session now. So what do we expect for the rest of the day? So at the end of the day, I think considering how price action is forming, how it's working right now, I don't expect to have a fall state, to be honest, but like that's guessing right now, but like I wouldn't see this. So very important for you, this area has to be taken, as we can see. What we talked about before, this one here, this area is limiting in price, and that's a level where the algo is turning around till now. Here we made a try, but it immediately was getting sold off. So that was our high where we closed the gap in SPX. Just to show you again, my green line here, that's the candle goes over it and immediately gets sold off. So either we're gonna retrace, let's see if DR, IDR is holding here, then we have a chance to go up directly. Else I would expect that price maybe comes a little bit more down. But still I think like the long areas are still the same like we made before, like we did in the morning. So maybe it needs the 0.5 retracement. We will see very quickly now when we see what is happening on the DR levels. So DR levels, 37 seconds. Let's see if we push lower. Ticks are also coming down. Normally one good thing, like if we have a very bullish day, it can happen and ticks stay in the upper area and just go up, go a little bit down, go up again. But that's normally only happening on a very bullish day. Normally on like not a very bullish or bearish day, the ticks go up, then they come down slowly, and then we go back for the next move into the right direction. So there are strong tending days when the ticks can stay above and just go a little bit down and go up, but I don't think we have a day like this today. So we are holding on the IDR levels, we closed above it. If you look at the bodies. Yeah, now we can look at more at the median rate retracement before high or low of the session. So now we are a little bit more time-wise, we are half before, so now we could see that. But at the end of the day, if now the high of the session is coming, it would anyway consider this retracement in the calculation, right? So right now we have 0.0 and we've been already below that. So yeah, it's not gonna give you any more data insight right now, the high or the low of the session. Okay guys, I think that's it for today, for the live session. I hope you learned something. I hope there is some more insights for you after this session. And we're gonna see. Like I said, I laid out what I think about price action for the rest of the session. And then I would say I'm gonna talk to you on Monday for the next live session, and I'm pretty sure we're gonna hear each other during the weekend. We're gonna do some updates on the Academy side, so we're gonna switch hardware there. And I really hope that everything goes stable till Sunday, so that on Sunday we're gonna start the courses so you can learn on Sunday. I'm pretty optimistic. We have now a full web developer team working on the Academy page. So we should be very, very quickly on a super stable version then, and then we can start the courses and everything goes its way. Wish you a nice weekend, study nice, have a good time backtesting, spend some time with your loved ones, do something what you like, because it's also important to have some fun from time to time. And with that, I'm gonna say have a nice weekend. And gonna see you soon. Bye bye.